I am ready. We are ready to have a meeting on on a number of issues relating to the SGR, affecting transporters, and other allied issues of development in Mombasa. His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta then directed that we have a meeting with the Governor of Mombasa and the leaders of Mombasa this morning. And we have been in that meeting for a good part of this morning. I take this opportunity, first of all, to thank the Governor very sincerely for his leadership. I want to thank the honorable members of Parliament who have been with us. We have learned a lot from them. They have advised us on a number of issues. They came along with a huge group of stakeholders in the sectors in which we were having discussions. And we've had an opportunity to listen to each other, and we've come to useful conclusions that will soon be summarized by my colleague, our Cabinet Secretary for Transport, Infrastructure, Housing, and Public Works, the Honorable James Macharia. So as we get underway, first of all, I would like to invite the Governor of Mombasa to make some remarks before I invite my brother and colleague, C.S. Macharia, to conclude. Governor Joho.
Thank you, Waziri, first of all, for having this wonderful meeting. I had earlier said in some other forum that we are now in the era of talking with each other, and more particularly when there is access. Certainly, we are sure we can exchange ideas, share information, and only for one purpose, for the interests of the ordinary mwananchi that we are serving. But before I make my comments, Waziri, I came with me the members of Parliament from the Mombasa County, and allow me to invite maybe one of them to say a word or two, because some of them have been raising these issues in Parliament, they have been on the ground. So allow me to just give him some 2 minutes, and then I give my remarks, and later on we invite C.S. Macharia.
Mine is to thank you sincerely. This is actually a true example that dialogue is always better. I think everyone practice their constitutional obligations in and out of Parliament, but eventually I think the comments that will be coming from the CS will affirm that Kenya is the one that has been able to win, and will be able to agree on modalities, this including and many others, SGR and many other issues regarding development, so that we can all go in tandem with each other. Thank you very, very much.
So what has brought us here today is to seek partnership, more particularly on the challenges that we are facing as a county or as a region or the entire corridor, and address the issues that have been raised over the period. We are here seeking for solutions. We understand that SGR is a mega investment for our country. I want to reiterate here that we are definitely in support of SGR. What we came to engage the national government about is how do we handle the transition? What mitigation measures should be put in place so that the residents, the business people, stakeholders can live side by side with SGR and even support it. So there are certain areas of interest that we've identified, and I want to be particular, and I want to thank both Matiangi and Macharia for assuring us that the earlier pronouncement that made it compulsory for the movement of cargo through SGR has actually been lifted. What we ask of them to do for us is to ensure whatever is announced or pronounced made here in Nairobi is executed on the ground. So we're working on modalities on how best do we see decisions that are made here are felt on the ground. And then also, we are here to forge a partnership on matters development in the county of Mombasa and the entire sub-region. We are an important county. We host the port of Mombasa. The port is growing. We're making the port a world-class port. It is our humble opinion that we also, at the same time, make Mombasa a world-class city. The people of Mombasa deserve to grow together with the ports. So therefore, with all the politics aside, we are focused on what is for the best interest of that ordinary mwananchi, the transporter, the warehouse business, the stevedoring business, and all businesses that are port-related. We want to ensure we find modalities for them to continue to enjoy businesses around the port area. So we are grateful, Waziri. And we have agreed also here that this is just first of the intergovernmental engagement between the government, the county government of Mombasa and the national government. We shall carry this forward. We shall agree on when we meet again to assess where we are today, where we need to go, and what needs to be done together. Because after all, this government, national government or county government, is our government. We all are Kenyans. We deserve to be served by this government. We deserve to benefit from this government. And we want to be part and parcel and plan together with the government. So therefore, I am grateful. And this is what I've been saying all along. Let us speak to each other. I will not be that person. You know, people are asking me, ulikuwa unafyonza sana. Those days, President Uhuru never gave me access. He used to stop me on the road to go to his forums and venues. But that is no more. I ask, they listen. So we're going to speak with each other. Hiyo story ya fujo sisi mimi sina. Tutazungumza, to look for a solution, like we have done this morning. I've always said, when we meet, we shall resolve. And here we are. So I want to thank you, and I thank all the members of parliament. Wamechukua muda wao, they came here, we've spoken, they've raised pertinent issues that have been addressed. So Waziri, thank you, and I'm looking forward to our next engagement. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Because I've spoken before about the suspension of that directive. I've said it before in Parliament when I was summoned by the Committee of Transport. And we said that because the directive had been issued by the CG of KRA and the MD of KPA without full consultations, within 2 days actually, we directed that it be reversed and it remains suspended. And so today I did affirm the governor and the leaders from Mombasa that that is the position as of now, and nothing has changed. And because of that, we'd like to continue the collaboration of making sure that Mombasa Port grows like other world-class ports. We know very well that the genesis of our northern corridor is actually the port of Mombasa. And we have said many times that the port of Mombasa and the SGR cannot survive, independently. They are complementary of each other. They need each other. So when SGR is successful, when the port of Mombasa is efficient, we end up having double benefit. We are also very conscious of the fact that we are doing other things in Mombasa to support the general infrastructural development of the port of Mombasa. You are aware about the Gogudu bypass. You are aware about the other highways we are doing. You are aware about the airport. You are aware about more airlines flying into Mombasa. So we like to see a complete change, transformation of the port of Mombasa. And so this discussion about collaborating between the port, between the county government of Mombasa, and between SGR has been very healthy. And like it has been said, we shall continue the engagement to make sure that we achieve maximum